11 Alive News at 6 p.m. starts now.
And we begin with breaking news. The mayor of one metro Atlanta community finds himself tonight under arrest and now facing charges in Fulton County. Just hours ago, Khalid Kamau was officially booked on 2 charges, criminal trespass and burglary in the first degree. Right now, he remains locked up in the Fulton County Jail. Bond has been set at $11,000. We do know that a mental health evaluation is needed due to circumstances contained within the warrants. Today's turn of events is just the very latest chapter in a string of events which many have been wondering what is going on in this community and what is next for their city government.
Man, that's crazy because he comes to the business all the time.
Local business owner says Mayor Khalid Kamau is a frequent customer at his chicken shack on Old National Highway. Willis describes the mayor as courteous and a man who is really passionate about his community, which is why hearing the news of Kamau's arrest is shocking.
You know what I'm saying? He said he was going to change the community. He was coming in to move in. He was going to change the community. He was going to make everything better. You know what I'm saying? He even supported our business. You know what I'm saying?
But other residents say the news isn't surprising because things have been rocky between the city's leaders, and that has trickled down to the community.
And then I see a lot of people on there complaining about like trash service, their taxes. They feel like, you know, when they are going to City Hall and things of that nature to receive help, they're not really getting that. And they were really, really upset after this last tax assessment.
Back in March, South Fulton City Council members sued Kamau and tried to remove him from office. Then in April, South Fulton police shut down what they termed an illegal Easter egg hunt, one which Kamau says should have been allowed to take place. Now, a more serious situation has come for South Fulton, and according to one person who lives there, serves as an important reminder.
All politicians' interests ain't your interest. Everybody got hidden agendas. I don't know what his was, but I do know that it wasn't a federal case. They caught him on the weekend.
Reporting from South Fulton, Erica Murphy, 11 Alive News.
Today, the city of South Fulton sent out a very short statement on the arrest, saying that they are committed to upholding the law and ensuring that all individuals, regardless of their position, are subject to the same fair and just treatment, end quote. Late today, 11 Alive confirmed that City Council member Natasha Williams-Brown now has been named as acting mayor for South Fulton. And that is where 11 Alive's Teresa Bowles picks up the story for us. Teresa, you have the very latest on what is transpiring tonight.
Yeah, Jeff, I spoke to her just over an hour ago. Councilwoman Williams-Brown says that she's assuring residents that business will go on as usual. And even with today's breaking story, that doesn't change that. Williams-Brown says the council voted her to be the mayor pro tem this year, so she remained prepared. She says she feels confident to take over the duties for the time being. When she returns to work Monday, Williams-Brown says everything will go on as it normally would. There are no plans to tackle anything specifically. The city's charter outlines that what happens in the absence of the mayor. If she's asked to do any official duties as the acting mayor, that's what she says she will do. Her message to residents is to remain steadfast. And when it comes to previous controversy we followed with the city of South Fulton, Williams-Brown says the city is in good hands.
We will continue following the charter. We will continue following our ordinances and our resolutions the same way that we have been. I think that a lot of the chatter that has been happening in the media has really not had very much to do with the city so much as it has revolved around people and personalities.
Williams has declined to speak on the mayor's arrest, but she asked for everyone's prayers in the meantime. Live in South Fulton, Teresa Bowles, 11 Alive News.
And a reminder that we will have a lot of information for you on 11alive.com, and the very, very latest will be there. You can read about the city of South Fulton and the mayor and the arrest and where that municipality is going from here. All you have to do is visit 11alive.com. All right, on to our continuing coverage of last night's shooting of an off-duty investigator with the Gwinnett County District Attorney's Office nearly 24 hours after it occurred. Officials telling us they are still trying to track down who pulled the trigger. It happened along Auburn Road in Decula. Police saying the investigator was driving when the suspect pulled up next to him and then shot hitting him in the leg. That's when the investigator pulled into a Shell gas station and used his radio to call for help. We are told the gunshot wound, non-life-threatening. He is expected to live. As of tonight, we have not learned the name of the investigator who was shot. Police say the suspect vehicle is now a silver SUV. It has rear passenger side damage. If you see the vehicle or you know anything that could help develop this case for authorities, give Gwinnett County Police a call. Some other stories we're tracking for you on this Saturday. An attempted robbery in downtown Atlanta overnight leaves one man shot. It happened just before midnight along Simpson Street, less than 2 blocks away from the Truist Plaza. APD telling us that the victim and his girlfriend were walking back to their parked car when the man saw a suspect inside the vehicle. The suspect then shot the man and ran away. He did steal an iPad from the vehicle. No description of the suspect has been released. An Alabama man has been convicted in leading law enforcement on a chase 2 years ago that resulted in a deadly shooting. Along with felony murder, Aaron Shelton was also found guilty in Coweta County of aggravated assault and battery on law enforcement officers. The pursuit happened in April of 2021. It involved multiple law enforcement agencies, during which Aaron's cousin, Pierce Shelton, fired an AK-47 rifle at state troopers. That chase ended with a crash in Villa Rica. 3 law enforcement officers were struck by gunfire. Pierce Shelton was shot dead. Aaron Shelton's sentencing is now scheduled for next Thursday. The Cobb County Sheriff's Office spent this Saturday trying to recruit to boost its staff. Members of the force in Bishop Park hoping to fill dozens of openings. It is a critical need. The Office of the Chief Deputy says that they welcome anybody willing to apply and to make the move.
We need all people, but I encourage women, of course. We have a very diverse staff here in Cobb County. My command staff is very diverse. I have 7 total women on my command staff.
Cobb County Sheriff Craig Owens has taken the approach of drumming up excitement of joining his department. Yesterday, he sent a mass text to 54,000 Cobb County residents between the ages of 21 and 35, which included links to help people directly apply. When you receive an email promising you money, it is smart to be cautious. Our Verify team has received several inquiries asking whether an email about a class action settlement was real. Here's Casey Decker with the answer.
Verify viewers wanted to know whether emails like this one are real or a scam. You can see here it promises hundreds of dollars, apparently the result of a class action lawsuit. So let's verify. Here are our sources. We can verify the lawsuit referenced in this email is real. It started more than a decade ago with an accusation that Visa, MasterCard, and a bunch of big banks colluded to raise the fees you pay when you use an ATM not owned by your bank. 2 years ago, 3 of those banks reached a $67 million settlement, not admitting any wrongdoing. Court records show the company AB Data was assigned as the administrator of the settlement, meaning it's their job to distribute the money to all the eligible recipients. They created a website and told people how to claim their payment. The window to do that closed more than a year ago, but now all the claimants are actually getting their cash. This email by AB Data lets them know how much is coming and to be on the lookout for a follow-up from a company called Tremendous, which handles digital transactions. So if you got an email from AB Data about an ATM settlement, yes, that's legit. With your Fast Fact, I'm Casey Decker.
If you see a claim online that you want us to verify, send us an email to verify@11alive.com. You can also text the word verify to the number on your screen, 404-885-7600. Yesterday, about this time, we had some heavy weather roll through the area. It got bad for a brief time in Jackson County. Take a look from the Jefferson Fire Department. Trees down on homes and cars. A lot of cleanup last night that ran into today. Let's bring in our meteorologist, Melissa Nord, and we may be shaping up for some more severe weather heading our way.
Some more severe weather, Jeff, by tomorrow at this time. We'll be tracking some of those, but the showers and thunderstorms I've been tracking today, much weaker than yesterday. That storm that produced the damage in Jackson County was likely from a downburst or a microburst, which is basically a thunderstorm collapses and it sends out a really strong rush of wind. But this afternoon, we've had more garden variety storms. Photo coming in just about an hour ago from Snellville from Sharon McQuaid, one of our 11Alive storm trackers. You can see that cool rain shaft right over Snellville over the highway. And I've been tracking a couple of those little showers over parts of Gwinnett County this evening. They're drifting off towards the south and east. There's one there that's between Sugar Hill and Lawrenceville over Sewanee. This is tracking south and east, so it's moving right on top of 85 right now. A few more little downpours that are falling apart out towards Covington and out towards Newton County rather. So we've got a couple of showers that are out there right now, nowhere near as many of those what I'm tracking west of our area. Look at all this activity right now through Mississippi and Alabama. A lot of lightning lighting up the radar right now. Also a storm complex right through the Nashville area. We'll track a few of those from Nashville that might move into our area later on tonight, but it's that cold front west of all those storms that will prompt a much better chance of storms by this time tomorrow across North Georgia. So isolated showers and storms this evening, but by tomorrow, this is our outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. You notice that green color on top of North Georgia. That's a level 1 risk of severe weather. Not expecting widespread severe storms, but some gusty winds, even some hail possible. And the timing of these will actually probably work out in many of our favors to where the bulk of the storms tomorrow move in after most of your Sunday activities. So it looks like it'll be into tomorrow evening when we see the best chance of thunderstorms moving in. This evening, things are very isolated on radar. We're tracking those few isolated showers. It's otherwise, for most of us, just really warm and very humid outside. Currently in Atlanta, 89 degrees. We were up to 92 for the high today. Look at us, still feels like 94 because we've got that high humidity, which is not going anywhere today or tomorrow. It'll finally drop a bit by early in the work week. 88 in Marietta, it is still 90 in Rome, 90 in Thomaston, and we will see those showers and thunderstorms continuing for the next couple of hours, but remaining isolated in nature. So no widespread storms expected, but if you've got Saturday night date night plans, you could potentially be impacted by a couple of those passing showers and storms. I especially think far north Georgia, closer to Chattanooga, has a little better chance of some of those storms later on this evening. We'll otherwise see those temperatures falling back to the 80s by 9 o'clock and then upper 70s into the 11 o'clock hour tonight. I want to talk a little bit more about tomorrow's storm chance. As I mentioned, it's mainly late in the day we're tracking some of those showers and storms. There could be some isolated showers around in the morning for a morning church service or taking a nice hike or a walk in the morning. I think in the afternoon, the coverage is pretty similar to what we're experiencing right now. It's limited, so few pop-up showers and storms may impact some of your afternoon shower activities rather. But look at this forecast track by the evening. Here's 7 o'clock showing more like a complex or a big cluster of thunderstorms over Alabama and Tennessee. Those start to move in later on in the evening, especially after 8 o'clock. So moving towards sunset and beyond, much higher chance of some thunderstorms, some locally heavy rain and lightning, and some of those again could produce some damaging wind gusts. So we will track that for tomorrow. Isolated activity the rest of the day tomorrow with a high of 89. So it's going to be warm, humid, and it's the evening time frame we see that best chance of thunderstorms. Some of those could potentially impact the Quaker State 400 down at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So we'll be keeping close eyes on that as we get into it. All right, here's your 7-day forecast. Humidity drops for Tuesday at 10 on the wazometer, then isolated storms return at the end of the work week.